Meet Natalie. Natalie loves books.
This is your brain on books. Any questions? And this is Angela. She's a very serious jazz singer.
Shooby-dooby-dooby-doop-doop-doo. And sure, we both like to stay informed, but this world sometimes, am I right? You know what we need? 30 minutes of meditation.
Pop culture meditation.
So we're here to remind you.
We get it. You're smart. But right now, take a deep breath and put your books down.
Hey, hi.
Hi.
Hey, Natalie.
Hey.
How you doing? I was just over here rocking out with my bad self.
You didn't see me here.
I just didn't see you there. How you doing, girl?
I'm good.
Welcome to Put Your Books Down, everybody.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for being here. This is Natalie Sanderson-Jones over here, and my name is Angela Bingham. Bingham.
Bingham.
Bingham. Bring him, and bang him. Okay, I don't know.
Oh.
Hi. So
Hi.
we're going to talk today about one of our favorite movies, Natalie.
Mm-hmm.
But we are doing something a little different, listener. We are going to do a rehash of a show we reviewed back in 2023, September 23rd, I believe.
September 11th.
September 11th? What?
Yeah. That's when it came out. It came out on September 11th.
Oh, the movie itself came out on September 11th?
No, Angela, our episode.
No, September 23rd, 2023 came out.
Okay. I'm looking at it. Oh, September 12th, 2023.
Oh, I'm sorry. September 12th, everybody, 2023. We released an episode about...
Anytime I can bring up September 11th.
Golly gee. I mean,
about that.
That felt like, whoa. We're just...
That was a softener. I know. Sorry about that.
A little hitch in the giddy up here, my friend.
I'm sorry.
Golly. Okay. So anyway, everybody, it was September 12th, 2023.
Yeah.
We did an episode. This is episode 68. It's called It's a Say Something Hat Day. And that is our episode dedicated to Wong Foo. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
Because we just didn't get enough. I didn't get enough.
We did not.
We even talked about it enough.
We didn't talk about it enough. I just
we can
like...
talk about it differently because we're at a time right now in the world and all of our lives where we just need more Wong Foo. We need more Patrick Swayze as Vita Boheme. We need Noxeema Jackson. We need Chicho Rodriguez. We do. We need Sucker Channing. It's just...
We need the heart and soul that was to Wong Foo.
Yes.
So what I thought I would do is ask you some questions. So this is our to Wong Foo rehash. So I just wanted to say rehash too. I wanted to say rehash.
Or do you want to use our old corporate talk? Our circling back?
Oh, we're circling back. Yes. We're going to take a deep dive and circle back.
We'll caveat into the back and forth.
And then maybe there will be a little bit of like,
putting a pin in some things.
We'll be putting a pin in some things.
Stuff. Let's table some things.
I do feel like we're going to make a paradigm shift here.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
But let me just tell you one thing. I'm going to be out of pocket in the next couple days. So I'm glad that we're doing this now.
Great.
Yeah.
Same.
All right. So first of all, if you haven't seen To Wong Foo, everybody, then the first thing you need to do before you listen to any of this is you need to go and freaking watch To Wong Foo. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
It's one of the best movies ever made.
As we said on our episode from September 12th, 2023, episode number 68 of Put Your Books Down called It's a Say Something Hat Day.
You can do that every
Are you impressed
loop back or...
It just makes you feel good, this movie. Because
really
there's the message of love and hope delivered by people who should actually be frankly despised by the people in this town. These townspeople end up loving these drag queens.
It's about friendship. It's about adventure. It's about loving people. I mean, it's just this movie is just a one giant heart.
Exactly.
It's about
Exactly.
grace. It's about patience and forgiveness and just showing up. And it literally is everything good you want to feel.
Yes.
You're going to feel it.
Exactly. Right. And it just, people are people, and people come in all different shapes and sizes, packages, different things.
Yeah.
And so the one thing that carries is that the message stays the same, which is people are human and we need to be treating people as humans,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But I had some questions. So I went back and listened to the episode, and we did talk about a lot of things, but there were some jumping off points that I feel like we missed that I
Hmm.
really would like to question you about. So can I
Great.
do that now, Natalie? I've got some questions for you.
You may. Ready.
Okay, great. So the first thing is, and I'm going to put a pin in this one because this is going to take some time. We might need to actually spitball,
Uh
perhaps
huh.
brainstorm.
Sure.
What would your drag name be if you were coming up with a drag name? This is something to put a pin in. I think we need to give it some time. Let's not answer now, but let's just think about that as we're going. The second question I have for you, now you're just going to be stuck there on the what would
No,
my
I've got
drag
it. Go
name
ahead.
be? Okay. Um, so I'll ask you the second question. If Robin Williams, because Robin Williams has a minor role in this movie where he plays John Jacob
All
Jingleheimer
night,
Schmidt.
sucker.
He plays
We about to go on.
he plays a hilarious
Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Jingle.
His name is my name too.
he's
This is
he's a
John Jacob
car
Jingleheimer Schmidt.
and he's a car dealer, or
He's like
he's
a
just a
he's
con man.
he's like a bookie type person and can
Right,
like,
right, 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 right.
yeah.
So he makes deals. So if he were to come back to life, and let's say you had an opportunity to hang out with him, what would you want to do with Robin Williams right
You
now?
mean Robin Williams or his character in this movie?
Him, the person, Robin
I would
Williams.
want him to fix me as a
You would want
human.
him.
I would
How
want him
he
to
doesn't
tell
have that.
me he
Okay,
does. Have you
he
ever
does,
listened to his like motivational words and his talks? Have you ever seen his like
like Good Will Hunting.
no, but like his own words?
No,
Yes. So what I would do is I'd ask him who he found the funniest in the
yeah,
world, like who made him laugh the most
yeah,
and why.
yeah.
And then I'd be like, okay, so, you know, I would ask him a lot about like life perspective and, he is someone that we all assumed was full of so much joy and light, and he was not. He was a very like serious and um profound man, human. I mean, he was very deep. He had so much depth. He had such a like life, and I would just want to know like certain experiences, like what were his like most life defining moments in his life, like and why, and what if he were back on earth, like what would he want to do differently, but while maintaining this like career that he had and this love personality that the world fell in love with,
Mm-hmm.
and how, you know, what was his I would just ask him like a lot of life stuff. He was
You'd
very
want, yeah.
deep and very wise, and he was but and I think a lot of that though, and the reason is because as we've discussed before, I deal with seriousness and heavy conversations with humor.
Right,
I'll do like
right,
an impression or I'll
right.
divert. And I think I get
Yes,
a lot of that from watching Robin Williams my whole life. Like
right.
in his characters in movies, that's not who he like in real life. He could
Yeah,
sit there and be in the moment and tell you exactly how he's
yeah.
feeling and say some of the most like unbelievable Yoda type shit you've ever heard in your life
Right,
that I
totally.
cannot do.
Yeah,
But I would, ask him, I would want to know from him, like, where's the line? And like, how do you make something lighter, keep it funny while letting like, but growing with that too? I don't know. I just feel like I would learn a
I
lot
know.
with him as someone who used comedy as, I mean, he was a
Yes.
serious actor, but a comedian. I would have to like lock myself in like a cabin
Yeah,
and prep for
yeah.
like a weekend.
Yeah, and then you just make him go to that cabin and just sit there on the
No,
couch and
I would
talk to
meet
you?
him anywhere, and
Oh,
anywhere he'd want that was
gotcha.
comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to like scare him and lock him in
Yeah.
a cabin in the
It
woods,
sounds
but
I mean, it sort of sounded a little like that's kinda where you were gonna go with
no,
that.
we can go
But
to a
you're not going
restaurant.
Kathy Bates, you're not gonna be like, "I'm your number
No,
one
I don't wanna
fan,"
hurt him. No,
style.
I
You're not
sure
gonna
don't.
hobble his legs so
No,
that he'll stay with
I
you.
wanna
Okay,
learn from him. What would you
gotcha.
do?
Honestly, I would just wanna, like, sit down and have dinner with him and just laugh my head off and just talk about life. I
Yeah.
people like that, I'm like, "Damn, I would not want to." I wouldn't wanna burden him with my, like, you know, insecurities or anything like that, you know
Oh,
what I mean? I
yeah, like
wouldn't
what
I
literally I just
wouldn't
said I was gonna do
I
to him for
wouldn't.
the entire dinner, and you're better than me?
Correct, yes.
Well,
That's
if
correct.
if you thought I had insecurities about my answer before, I certainly do now.
I didn't think that that's
I'm just kidding.
going with that,
Well,
but
you're not
I w
utilizing him, which he wants to
no,
be utilized. He's you know how
you
many you wanna be a dime in the bucket? Or
you
you wanna be someone that he
idolize
remembers, he's like, "I've left an imprint."
well, he would definitely say that about you. He'd be like, "Well, this girl is hilarious." I mean, for sure, for sure, for sure.
Well, he'd
I
say
just
that
don't
about
think
you
I'm that
too or
important,
whatever.
so yeah.
I don't think I'm that important. You know I'm the last one to
Sorry.
say that, but
Oh my god.
you're telling me this,
This
like, fantasy
this
scenario.
went really all off the
I don't think I'm
rails.
that important.
This went off the
Angela just woke up
rails.
from a nap, everybody.
I just
It's a slow
I
burn.
really did. I really
It's
did. I
okay.
really did. All right,
But
now
you would just
there
wanna have, like, a really fun
yeah, I just
evening
wanna hang
together,
out with
yeah.
him and have a fun
I
conversation,
think that
like,
you envision him
laugh.
as, like, the birdcage, and you think you're gonna have, like, a dinner party like that.
I
Think that's what
do.
I do think you think that.
I do think that, but
Yeah.
I'm probably wrong, and probably your encounter with him will be way more, like, enlightening and enjoyable
Mhm.
for him, because maybe he could just be himself with you, and with me, he's gonna be like,
He has
"Ugh,
to perform.
I gotta entertain this bitch." Right.
That's okay.
That's that but
These are situations that will never occur, so we're allowed to say
exactly.
whatever we want.
Right, you're right.
And we're supposed to be judge-free, but
Yeah,
it certainly is
right.
on my end.
Supposed to be supposed to be gentle, but
It's gentle over on this side. But I love that question. Next.
what about one of the things in this movie that is so great is when she's getting away and they're finally leaving the city and they're in their convertible and the song Gotta
Gotta
Move.
move.
And
Gotta get out. Gotta leave this place. Gotta find, what is it?
I don't know.
Some other place. Some burn the stairs. Some places. Some passes. Some sunset. Some me. Wanting to be some place where I can just be me.
Oh, see, I just love it when you sing to me.
That's
That's
like
right.
not that anyway.
That's Barbara Streisand, everybody.
Yeah, that's
Gotta move,
I love that
gotta
part.
move. And I know, so I had a question for you though. Did you listen to a lot of Barbara Streisand
I
as a
did. I listened about
child?
20
Like as a
well,
kid, like all the way, like
yeah, I mean,
were you a huge
we were more Liza Minnelli, I guess, if you had to say,
really? In
like
your
her New York
house? In
concert,
your oh yeah,
because my
yeah.
parents went to it,
Oh
and
my
so they had the
God.
double disc in New York, in Madison
Oh
Square Garden. It was
my
like, bump,
God.
bump, bump. I mean, when my parents were drunk, like, when we were young, if we heard bump, bump, ba-na-no, bump, bump, if the New York was coming on, we were like,
Oh,
here we
you're like
go.
party
And the
time.
and then all four of us would just be dancing. My
Oh my
dad would, like,
gosh.
swing us around.
Oh my
And my
gosh.
mom is, like, dying laughing because they had gone to the show and it was amazing. But Barbara Streisand, yeah, I did because of, gosh, I guess it was, uh, I just loved, I was like, I think I listened to her more in the 90s, like Prince of Tides
Oh,
is
in
when I was,
that
like, started
era?
going back. No, I went back.
Okay, gotcha.
But I
Because I
was
mean,
familiar with, like, The Way We Were and,
yeah,
because my dad had to
yeah.
play a lot of that on the piano for people
Yes,
and stuff like
yes,
that. And my
yes.
mom listened to some of that in the car, but, like, I mean, I just always like knew she sounded like an angel. And I listened
Right.
to like 25 hours of her memoir.
Yeah, okay.
Couldn't
Me too.
finish.
I couldn't finish
Did my
either.
best. Did
I
my
couldn't
best.
finish either. It's really
I did.
long.
We
I mean,
did
it's like
good.
700 pages long.
It's 1,000 pages.
Oh, it's
And
1,000
it's like
pages
35
long.
hours.
It's 35 hours, people. But I do have to say, I loved
Oh,
listening
I
to
love
her
it. I
narrate.
do too.
I may pick it back up again and just like
Oh,
make
well,
it a
yeah.
10-year,
Yeah.
maybe I'll make it a 10-year project, just to like get
Yes.
through that thing, that time. We
Yeah.
listened to so much Barbara Streisand. That's why since we have that age difference, I'm always like, I wonder if you listened to it like we did. Oh my gosh. But we
Bruce
were
played a lot of Shirley
obsessed.
Horn and Louie and
Oh
Ella
yeah,
and, like,
right.
Patsy Cline, that kinda stuff.
Yeah. We listened
Obviously, Liza
to
Minnelli.
the Guilty album quite a bit. "And we got
And we
nothing
got
to be
nothing
guilty." Yeah.
guilty for.
Yeah.
Our love is 1 in a million euro for we are. Anyway, I love that. You
Yeah.
know what reminded me of that song was Barb and Star Visit Vista Del Mar.
I
It's at the
know.
very beginning of Barb and Star, and I had
So
forgotten about that
good.
song completely, and I just, like, immediately went back onto my playlists.
Oh my gosh, I blast it in my house to this
I
day.
love it.
It's so good.
It's so good.
But then there was also like ageless evergreen.
Yes.
And yeah, so there's just like, love soft as an easy chair,
Is that the Bird one?
love fresh as the bird. What's the bird
There's
one?
that Bird song. She's like, that was the
Morning
one.
air.
Yeah. That one.
I don't know. Anyway, okay. I was just curious about that. So, back to Wong Foo. This movie we said this in the last podcast. We talked about this. It's so overwhelming with just great scenes and great lines. But
Oh my
what
God.
is your favorite part of this movie? Do you have one? Is there something
It's
that sticks
hard.
out to you
Uh,
of To Wong
yeah, it's
Foo
definitely going to be Chichi Rodriguez
doing?
saying, I got more legs than a bucket of chicken.
But
Like
why?
that
Why does she
part.
say that? Why does she say
Because
that?
their car broke down,
Mhm,
um, and they're all fighting,
mhm.
and she's going to go get them a ride. She's like, or if everybody would just apologize, I could go get us a ride. And Noxzema and Vita are scared as they should be, and it was just dark. I mean, it was like they're more conservative about um, who they are initially
Because
outside
they're
of New York
drag
City.
queens
Yeah, outside
and
of New
they
York
don't
City,
and they're
and they're
they're
driving cross
concerned
country
about.
to Los Angeles to
Yes.
through all these podunk towns and stuff like that. So they're more
Yes.
conservative with it about it. But also, okay, so there's that where Chi-Chi's like, I'm gonna go get us a ride, and they're like, good luck. There's no one here. She's like, obviously, you don't know me very well, Cruella. I'm the Latino Marilyn Monroe. I've got more legs than a bucket of chicken, and then like starts like talking shit while she walks off. But then also, I love the part where they go to the motel, their first motel, and they're like, we've been waiting for you. They're like, you have? And they look, and there's like a women's basketball team, and they're going, basketball? Like, and they like, and then they're like, Wesley Snipes is Noxzema Jackson, and like, they're playing basketball. I mean, it's just like they're enjoying this really nice time,
Yes.
uh, being welcomed into outside of New York, a motel with they think they're part of the women's basketball team because
Right.
they're obviously very fit and muscular.
And
Man,
large.
I also love the beginning, like the intro, the montage of them getting
Me
ready.
too.
And
I think that's
why
my
is that little
favorite
boy
part.
in drag crying? I mean, like the whole,
Yes.
the whole movie's my favorite part.
I know it is. It really is. One of my favorite parts, we talked about it on the podcast, is when Wesley Snipes goes to the lady who doesn't talk anymore. Carla. And he just becomes her friend. And
Mhm.
they and you and
The chase scene.
Noxzema, yes, chases her.
I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna get
I'm
you.
a coming. I'm a coming.
And it's just like
I don't find this funny anymore.
You see the heart of Noxzema, and you see that she really is this real person who just wants to bring joy and love to people.
Yes.
And your heart. And that's all that drag queens are doing. That's all they're trying to do.
I love that Patrick Swayze Vita, when she steps up for Stalker Channing's getting beat up, and it's a really dark scene, but she goes in and protects her. And she's like, Virgil, she's like, I understand you like hitting ladies. And not 1 minute is any stoic or any like glamour or poise interrupted with this interaction with this woman beater.
Yeah.
And she's like, he says, some women just need to get hit. She's like, well, some men need to be hit back too. And she just like beats the shit out of him.
Yes.
Like kicks his ass and gets him out of there.
I know.
And then Stalker Channing is like completely empowered right?
Yes.
Like
I
she just like,
know.
oh, you're right. I don't have to live like this. I
I
mean,
know.
like we're talking like human form of angels.
I know. I know.
Like really.
I know. It just again, like that message of like being different and knowing that you're different and then using that difference in a way to help other people to me
And
is
provide
just
joy and
yes, it's
fun
just
and adventure and
make you not feel so
perspective
alone
and
in the world.
mhm.
I know.
Yeah.
It's important. Okay, so
I know my
great.
name.
Okay, let's hear what your name is.
I am Pretty Rotten Scoundrel.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Pretty Rotten Scoundrel.
No, Pretty Rotten
Rotten
Scoundrel.
Scoundrel. Nice. I like it. I like it.
What's yours?
I don't know. I can't come up with one, but it's something like I don't know, like something about
You
my
would be like La Vienna
voice
Rose, like that
or
song,
like
like a
cherry
something.
lozenge or something. Like
Um,
cherry lozenge.
cherry pie. She's my cherry
I
pie.
don't think
Looks
I'm gonna
so
be
good, make an old man cry.
I don't think that's quite
Okay.
where I was going with that. I'm gonna give it
Mm.
some more thought.
By the band Warrant? No, not
Yeah,
so much.
I'm well aware of Warrant. That was my era, friend.
No,
Yeah.
this is
I mean,
true.
I was a child when that came out. That was yeah. Wow.
I was too and shouldn't know that song by word for word, but I had heard it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, yes, it was on the radio.
I have another question for you. I don't know how much time we have left, but I have another very important question for you. Why did the nuns in your school call you a clown? They called you a class clown?
That's not the way they said it, but basically, clown, yes. And that was because I was real chatty
Oh.
and I talked too much and I thought I was really funny. I was, but
Mhm. Mhm.
I thought I would make them laugh.
Mhm.
I was trying to lighten them up. I was trying
Mm.
to like
Lighten up
break
the
this like
nuns.
tension with this disciplinarian, like, especially because like with it directed at me, I just was chatty and I didn't mean to be offensive, but I also didn't keep my mouth shut if I thought someone was being pointed out for no reason.
So
And
you
there were
were
many, which is wildly inappropriate on my end. Like I had no business doing that, but I didn't go to Catholic school growing up, and I wasn't raised Catholic, so I didn't understand.
you're supposed to
Um,
sit there and shut up?
yeah, and I would
Sit
like
there.
talk or mouth to my friend across the room during
Right.
the one of the rosaries or something. At the beginning of
Yeah.
class, I'm like, we've done this like 8 times today. Like
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I know all
Right.
the words. And I'd get caught and they would get so mad at me and for talking too much and chewing gum, talking too much, tardy, my parking spot. I got D-Hall for all of these things nonstop. And then my chemistry sister, I can't remember if it was sister, but anyway, it was the one when she called me a clown, and it was a bleep clown, actually.
The
And
nun called you a bleeping clown?
no. It was not that. It wasn't a cuss. It's a bad word, but it wasn't like a F bomb or anything like that.
What was it?
Um, it was like the R word.
Oh, wow, really?
And mhm.
Oh.
And so she had this frog. Very tell you this Fergie, the Beanie Baby frog that led prayer. And so
So the frog
was
had
just.
magical powers and it would
She said she used the frog, had the frog on the podium, did the prayer, speaking like the frog. This is Fergie the frog. And I was like mouthing something about after school ride during her prayer, but her eyes were closed. She caught me and then she said, "You're a, bleepity clown." And I looked at her and I said, "You can't talk to me like that." And she was like, "Yes, I can." And this was back in the day where they had landline phones in the classroom.
Yeah.
She calls the vice principal and I go, "You don't even need to bother. I know where I'm going. I know where I have to go." Because this is at the point where I had so much D-Hall hours, I was just
Yeah.
getting in school.
Yeah.
And this is just for talking, and it was just very ridiculous. So
Yeah.
I'm getting my stuff together. I know where I'm being sent. And she's like, I'm like, "Seriously, get off the phone. Like, I know you don't, this is a waste. You'll continue your classroom." And everyone's just like, they don't know what I'm going to do.
Right.
My face is like purple. I'm not going to do anything major, but I walked by and Fergie the frog was on the podium and she was on the landline phone. So I took the frog and threw it in the trash can
Did
and walked
Fergie
out.
Did Fergie say anything when you threw
No,
it in the
Fergie was
trash
a
can?
Beanie Baby
I know, but in my mind, I
that
feel like
she tried
Fergie
to
was
discipline me through, and I
I
was
know.
like,
I feel like Fergie, since she was using Fergie as the mouthpiece of everything, I just thought maybe when you threw him in the garbage, maybe Fergie let out a little, "I can't believe you fucking did that, you stupid bitch." No,
I
no, no.
know,
You'd
like
think.
from the nun saying it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like her, because she was clearly
She
the
and then
nun was clearly a ventriloquist
she
for this
tried to
frog.
say right. She tried to say that I scared her from that, and I was like, and everybody was
Oh,
like, "No, she didn't." I didn't even look at her. I didn't even like lean. I didn't even wasn't even in her direction.
maybe she had huh.
But then let me tell you something.
Huh.
Not my first rodeo at that school. They tried to have me take all these trash cans up 3 flights of stairs for like during in school, and I was like, and nobody was there, and I'm like, why am I doing this? I'm not a bad kid. Like I'm a good girl. They just don't like me. I'm just not getting along with these nuns. I get along with everybody else. Like, does this not say something?
Were you just getting
And
yippy? You're just getting a little
I
yippy?
I was a little yippy, I suppose. And anyway, I let the trash cans go. I didn't know the vice principal, Miss Chalmers, was standing at the bottom. She's screaming. It's like slow motion. I go, oh my God, move. Move! I didn't know you were down there. Move! And you can just hear
Wow.
the trash can seem going like going down. And they
Oh
were empty
boy.
plastic ones. By the way,
Yeah.
she calls my dad. She calls Bruce, and he's like,
Oh.
"Oh my God, I'm so sick of this." Lose his phone number. She's not coming back.
Oh, geez.
He
Wow.
finally got rid of her. We just can't take this anymore because she was calling me to be like, she's not invited back. He was like, we don't want her back. We're not coming
We're
back.
not
Don't
putting
worry
her
about it.
back.
No.
Oh my gosh. How old were you? 50, 16?
17.
Oh, you were 17. Girl. I
Yeah.
learned the truth at 17.
I mean, and I
The
used to quote Tu
Catholic
Wong Fu to
schools.
these nuns all the time and to
Oh
all
my
my teachers. And I
gosh.
was like, you guys need Tu Wong Fu.
Oh,
You need
yes.
so much. You need to
Yes.
lighten up. You need to like get over me already. So I even one of them, it wasn't Betty, it was Coach Edis. Anyway, it was another nun. I was like, God, I go, you know what? Like she gave me deal again for talking. I go, it's homeroom. You really need to get over me. Okay? Like get over me. And that backfired.
I think that might have been I think that might have been why. I'm just saying, you're just a
Like,
little
God.
mouthy. You're just a
I
little
was like,
mouthy.
lighten up. I'm just,
Yeah,
I
I
like,
know.
but then I would do nice.
Oh.
Anyway, it was a lose-lose.
I know. It's so okay. Well, now everybody,
But
now
I will
you
tell you,
know.
Tu Wong Fu really molded me a lot in my life. And I think that a lot of
Yeah.
it was like, you can still be who you are and be different,
Yes.
but be who you are and stay true to
Yes.
who you are. And I thought that applied to everybody. And
I thought that
that was so
too.
naive, and it doesn't. So,
I totally thought that too. I've always
that's
been the kind of
why,
person who wants people to just be themselves. Like
yes,
be
I don't want
real.
to change anybody. I don't want to fix it. I don't want that. And like one of the biggest reasons I got married
Yeah.
was because I met a man who loved me and liked me just as I am.
Just like Bridget Jones.
Just as I am.
Just like Bridget
And
Jones.
as weird, annoying, and lippy as I can be.
Yeah. I know. But that's what we
So
love
what?
about you. We love
Yeah,
that
who
about you.
cares? So what?
That's what we love about you. It's
I
you're
really
you.
mean well.
I know.
I meant well to those stupid nuns. Sorry.
I know it. I know it. Well,
And quite frankly,
yeah.
I knew it wasn't going to go well after the first day of school.
Yeah, you could see the writing on the wall.
Yeah, I told my parents, but my sister had gone all 4 years, and I'm like,
yeah. Why
doesn't always mean
yeah.
it's a fit, man.
How many years did you go there?
3.
Oh, geez. You went there for
And then
3
I graduated
years.
at Central.
Okay, right. So you
was
went to
crazy.
okay. Well, everybody, that's
But I will
Natalie's
tell
life
you that Tu
story.
Wong Fu is and you're welcome. But Tu Wong Fu was a movie that really my whole life I go back and watch all the time because it just reminds me of that, and like it's on the same line as Planes, Trains, and Automobiles for me.
Yeah.
It's loving yourself, accepting yourself, being who you are in the face of people that don't get it, people that don't get you. I feel like I've been told my whole life that I'm too much.
Oh, yes.
And it's
Me
like,
too.
and that's fine.
Yes.
It used to devastate me because I didn't understand what.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean? I thought I was delightful. But I guess you just don't get it. But anyway, this is one of those movies that just like, it's such a huge part of my heart as I'm like the cable guy. I was raised watching movies. So this movie is just has so much heart and constantly reminds us, and you can watch this forever.
You can.
And it's always relevant.
So timeless.
This movie is always relevant.
Yeah,
it's always about acceptance and love.
Yes.
And that's it.
Yes. For
and
sure.
Friendship
for sure.
And just being kind.
Yeah, I agree completely.
Not perfect.
No,
but kind.
Being strong and vulnerable.
Have good intentions. Like no one's perfect. Nobody, I mean, good Lord, I know I'm not. I'm not.
The more I get older, I realize like being strong and vulnerable at the same time is like where it's at, you know?
Yeah.
And Tu Wong Foo has that in and
I'm dedicating our chick stop just to Tu Wong Foo.
Me too.
It's just
chick stop to
this
Tu Wong
is one
Foo.
giant chick stop today.
Yes, it is.
To Tu Wong Foo. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
Yes.
And the irony is that these three beautiful men that provided this story for us, Patrick Swayze, Wesley Snipes, John Leguizamo, that's like this whole like fun twist of this all.
Yes.
It couldn't have been done better.
No.
And I've loved each of them. I already loved Patrick Swayze, but I've loved Wesley Snipes and John Leguizamo ever since, no matter what.
Yep. Same. Well, girl. Okay. So to you, I want to say, namaste, drinking my agua and, thinking of my drag name.
Oh yeah.
What would my drag name be? I don't know. I got to think about it. My friend Adam is so good at coming up with drag names. Oh my gosh. He comes up with them and he sends me notes
something about
all
California
the time.
vibes. We have to have something like loops back to like a.
I know something. We'll think of it. We're gonna think of it, everybody, and then we're gonna
like
come up
Angela
with something.
Royale.
No, it's
something.
not. It has to be a pun. You know, it has to be like a funny pun, like. I don't know. We're going to think of it. Gonna think of it. But to you, I say, Natalie, have a wonderful, wonderful week. And
thank you.
That's it. Everybody go back and listen to our other episode called
It's a Say Something Hat Day.
It's a Say Something Hat Day from September 12th, 2023, episode number 68. And tell us how much you love Tu Wong Foo. All right?
Okay.
All right.
Namaste. Vita works out.
Is that what she says?
That's when Soccer Jenny's just like, Chi-Chi was about to tell on Patrick Swayze while she was beating up her husband. She was like, the thing about Vita is, and Naxumi goes, Vita works out. And John Leguizamo Chi-Chi goes, a lot. Yeah. Like she was like, he's gonna hurt her. He's gonna hurt her. She's like, no. Yeah, not so much. Okay, well, I love you.
Love you too. Have a great week, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you for being here. We love you so much.
Thank you for all of your 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts, and we'll see you soon.
Yay.
Okay, have a good one.
Love you. Bye.
Now, isn't that better? Thanks for listening. Feel free to leave us a review and be sure to subscribe wherever you get your shows. Put Your Books Down is produced by ClantonCreative.com.